The Manila Times. Lights, camera, Boto, the chat show edition.
Rise and shine mga ka-voters! It's a beautiful morning full of hope for the future. Ito po si Tessa Mauricio Ariola, welcoming you to the Manila Times Lights, Camera, Boto, the chat show edition. From all of us here on LCB, allow me to greet you a very happy Easter. I hope that everyone took time to rest and reflect last week and possibly even discern the important decisions we all have to make come May 9. Napakalapit na po ng eleksyon, kaya as promised, we carry on with that fun and upbeat vibe in spotlighting not just the personalities but the platforms of Halalan 2022's candidates. Because this is where entertainment leads to empowerment. Handa na ba kayo mga ka-voters? Let's get started right now!
The Manila Times. Lights, camera, Boto, the chat show edition.
Maraming tao ang nagulat when our famous guest today filed his candidacy to represent Quezon City's 1st District in Congress. All this time, we've seen how completely focused he is on his impressive showbiz career and was deservingly rewarded in January 2020 when he won the Philippines its very first Asian Academy Creative Awards for Best Actor in the role of Benjo in Bagman. Given the opportunity to interview him soon after his major feat, the critically acclaimed actor told us that more than winning Best Actor for the political thriller, he was happy that global giant Netflix had picked up the series so that Filipinos everywhere will come to realize why it is crucial to vote for the right leaders. He hinted then that given a comfortable life and a successful career, he wants to be able to help better the lives of countless and faceless Filipinos who are most affected by the age-old and rampant culture of corruption in Philippine government. We haven't talked since then, but here he is today running for Congress at his very first attempt to do good via government. Mga ka-voters, samahan niyo po ako para kilalanin at kilatisin ang napakagaling na aktor na si Arjo Atayde and find out what compelled him to run for government in the middle of his celebrated acting career and how he plans to be the best congressman in Quezon City's District 1 if elected. Lights, camera, Boto. Arjo, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good po. Ito, we're campaigning as a team and pagod pero lumalaban.
Well, I'm sure, hopefully it'll all be worth it. Tulad nga ng sabi natin earlier off camera, no?
Pick for your biopic.
Arjo, as an icebreaker, we just want to ask you, if your life were ever turned into a movie, do you think you'd be willing to be the actor na gaganap sa sarili mo?
I wouldn't want to portray myself. That's one of the things that I hate or don't want to do. I'm sorry for the word hate, but don't want to do instead. Anything that has something particular with me doesn't seem to be real when I start creating the character for some weird reason. I just like something really different and far from me.
Mm-hmm.
And besides the challenge and everything, it's just me. It's my preference as an actor.
Kilalanin.
That you come from a showbiz family, and also your father is also a businessman. Your sisters are also popular. What do you think at this point ang hindi alam ng mga tao about you? And if you could tell us what that is.
I'm a very sensitive person. I care about people, I guess, sincerely. I hate seeing problems and hearing problems of people for a reason that sometimes I think with the way they are or how kind they are, that sometimes you just wonder that it shouldn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Like so much questions, and as I said, it's just about maybe understanding more of human reality at some point, because it comes from acting as well. Once you start dissecting some characters that are close to reality, unconsciously there's this sense of you that cares more or understands more, right? That, for example, no, I'm sorry if I hope I make sense, but I hope I make sense. But, for example, like my explanation of a villain is not every villain is a villain. It's just that we really have different beliefs, and people are just really different, you know. But at the
And the
end,
situations, no? Ang tao
situations
have
are very
different
different. Yes, and
yeah.
times change.
We can tell. I mean, from how you approach din yung mga characters na ginawa mo before, especially, of course, sa, the one that won you the award. Parang, nung time na yon, every time na makausap ka in interviews and all that, we could really, really see how affected you were. That is the reality, no? That is the
Yeah,
reality that's
yeah.
going on.
Oh, about
And,
yeah.
and parang kahit sabihin siguro nila that, you're an actor, you haven't had any experience in government, I think malaki yung naging, maging effect ng pag-portray mo kay Benjo sa'yo because things all of a sudden, turned a different direction and here you are running for Congress. I just wanted to know, no, just for people na kilalanin ka all the more. Of course, your mom is an actress that's beloved by everyone. Your father is a well-liked businessman. What was it like growing up with these two different environments around you?
Very
Two
different, but both demanding of time.
Mhm.
You know, what did they see from the both of them? Hard work.
Mhm.
The people work hard every day, and they deserve to be paid properly. The people, go through basics, and there's always going to be a newbie. They say I'm a newbie, but there's always going to be a new doctor. There's always going to be a new accountant. You can't base it on being new. Sometimes you have all the knowledge about politics, but sometimes when you look at what's happening of today, you sometimes ask, is there logic?
Yeah. Yes.
Very simple questions as being part of the youth, as being part of people wanting to stop corruption, and I'll try my best to fight corruption, because that's where it all starts, right? And from missing money to people dying, it's
Yeah.
we have to take action to these things. I can't speak for the whole Philippines, but if I win, I can speak for my district, for our district, right? That we will do something different as well.
Well, in showbiz also, your family is known for their kindness and generosity, no? It's clearly trickled down to you, to Ria. We all know that you have talaga a soft spot for people, no? Lagi kayong handang tumulong pag may nangangailangan. But if you think about it, looking back, no, where does this compassion come from?
Because of my parents. They were always so generous to people, and I guess being surrounded by people like that, and not only my parents, I could speak for a family. At times that we weren't like this yet. We weren't at this state yet because they work hard for it. And people need help. They've helped. We've been exposed with that. We had a yearly gathering and home for the aged here in SM North EDSA area. We had so much things going on. No, we had like our family foundation in like our own ways. And the only thing is we don't have pictures. We just enjoyed giving, and eventually, with all the blessings that entered their family in the business world, on my dad's end, we're always going to be thankful and grateful for everything, right? So we were able to share in a sense of a foundation that's been helping a lot, as well as several areas in the Philippines, and that has been continuously helping as well. And that's what I was actually doing during the pandemic.
Quietly. And very quietly.
No one knew. You were just
Diba?
walking
Nobody
around.
knew.
We would stay, but to be honest, it's nothing to share about because it's just now that I have or I will speak about it. But really, like what I said, I guess helping is what people need. It's not because I want to help. It's also what people need, and we can help. And
Step up to it,
something we
diba?
wanted to share. It's just something we wanted to do, and after helping, move on. I don't have to tell people I help. I just help.
Having interviewed you several times before, getting to know your family also, this is such a major thing for you to probably get into. Kasi nga, kita nyo po si Arjo, he likes to keep things private. But something just really parang siguro struck you at the heart, no? That really pushed you. Kasi nga, you can only do so much as civilian, diba? We can only just go and help and do all these things. Pero at a certain point, I guess, you kind of have to step up if kaya. And
I guess I know what you're saying. It's more of like also what happened also with the shutdown and all the employees losing their jobs. I can only do so much. I didn't even speak bad about the government at all because I thought as an actor, everyone speaking, me adding on to it won't help or do anything at all.
Yeah.
So ABS shutdown is not the reason. It's really not the reason why I ran. The reason why I ran is because I want to use the platform of a congressman and not use it as a title. A platform where I could actually possibly, realistically, visibly help people in a realistic way where they actually really get the money. Nothing impossible. Transparency at its finest. If it is a must, then I will. Right? Why? Because people need the help. People were dying in the middle of pandemic. I just really wanted to take action as part of the youth, as people, as my friends, And sabi nila, are you willing to help the ABS? I was like, yeah, but that wasn't, again, the reason why I'm running. The reason why I'm running is because I don't want to be a politician. I want to be a public servant to people. I want to find create ways. We got PIDS there. We can talk to people who specialize on researches and just base it on facts and database, right? Just to move on. A percentage is a percentage. Development is development rather than just a plateau, nothing's happening, or, right? I just really want to make a change. And this, right? It's not really big change. It's not even a month. Everyone should just be doing it. No stealing.
Parang you kind of think it's basic ng buhay. Hindi naman talaga
Business is outside. Yeah, they said,
Yeah.
Are you gonna do business? No, I'm not gonna do business. I have business outside. That's the reason why I told my father, Dad, help me out do business. And then eventually, once I'm okay and stable, then I join politics. Because I don't want to join politics without money. Hindi ko gagawing negosyo ang politiko. Because people are dying. There's so much things that you have to attend to. There's so much problems that we have to address. It might be small or big. It is a problem. And the reason why government is here is to put a solution to it. As simple as that. So we should. We should move.
When you have the opportunity to do it, diba? Not everybody can, but so since hindi naman lahat kayang gawin, if you get the opportunity to make a change, you should really go for it, diba?
Yeah, there's a way. Change might take time. We have 24 million government employees. But I'm telling you, it's not hopeless. It will take a new generation. It will take the whole generation.
Pero Arjo, before Bagman came into the picture, have you always been this involved and interested din sa mga ginagawa ng gobyerno? Have you always been up to date ang knowledge mo sa mga ginagawa ng gobyerno?
Yeah, I am. That's actually my morning with coffee. And before to sleep, I really do follow news and I just read. I just don't comment. I just read. So just so you know what's happening economically and, to everything else, to everyone else.
It's a new side of Arjo that we're happy to see. Ang maganda, every side that you show us as you go along is something new, something interesting, and something meaningful. Hopefully, this journey of yours will bring you to a more meaningful state din sa buhay, diba? Because sinabi ko yun kasi nga, if you think about it, you're actually at the height of your career. You just won an international award. Other people might think, bakit ngayon pa kung kailan namamayagpag si Arjo, pwede pa niyang i-push lalo yung kanyang showbiz career pero pinipili niya na tumakbo at mag-serve sa mga tao. Did you think about your career then at a certain point na parang, I'm getting, siguro sa region, nakikilala ka na, you won an Asian award. Was there any hesitation because of your stature?
Actually, I'm the worst actor to talk about status or whatever it may be. I just am acting because I want to act. It's my job. I never think about status, and it's still the same. It's been 10 years, it's still the same. I don't care what role, I don't care what they give me. I just want to act. I'm happy. Now, given this opportunity, this is a totally different thing, public service, and I'm not here to make pasikat. It's a totally different story, right? I really want to be able to help, again, as I said, in a real way. In a truthful way. New governance. Tamang pamamahala sa tao, I should say. Tapat. As political as it may sound, as cliche as everyone has said what I'm saying, believe me, some people mean it. Some people do mean it. It's not hopeless. there is hope. 1% hope, 2% hope in government, 20% people, that's still hope. I'll take it. Right?
Oo.
And I want to be part of that. That's my thing. So if we inspire people in TV, this is me not inspiring me. This is just me wanting to do what I want to do again, which is to help people. If I can do it quietly. After this, and if ever in God's name I win, I just want to do it quietly.
I mean, it actually is quite a sacrifice if you think about it for Arjo to be doing this, no? But of course, kahit na nga, you're doing it out of really nothing, no other intention but to help people who are dying, to help people who have been suffering for a long time. Ang laging tatanungin pa rin sa isang artista na tumatakbo, kahit na we've had the likes of Vilma Santos and some of our action legends proving that actors can also succeed in positions in government, ang tatanungin pa rin nila sa'yo ay what makes you think that you have what it takes to be a congressman. But before you answer that, Arjo, let's pause for a break as we shine the spotlight on your all-important pledge to the people of Quezon City District 1 in personalidad na plataforma pa. We'll be right back.
Personalidad na, plataporma pa. The Manila Times. Lights, camera, Boto, the chat show edition. Kilatisin.
We're back on Lights, Camera, Boto, and let's go back to our hanging question for Arjo Atayde. Di ba kahit na paanong nagawa ng ibang artista na pumasok sa politika, maganda man, hindi maganda, isa pa rin lagi ang itinatanong sa artista who runs for public office. What makes you think you can do the job? I'm asking you that now, Arjo. What makes you think you have what it takes to be a congressman?
I'll say this. Every organization, even barkada, kahit association, kung ano man yan, may sistema. And let's not be blinded. Let's not play deaf, no? Being there in any system doesn't necessarily mean you are part of the system. You still have a choice. And if there's one choice that would stop you from doing whatever shenanigans there is in whatever organization you are in, this is one question. It's values o prinsipyo. Uunahin mo ba ang sarili mo? Papakainin mo ba na madumi ang mga pamilya mo? O tutulong ka sa mga tao na nangangailangan ng totoong tulong? It's a very simple logic. And that's one of the things, sabi nga nila, idealism of the roof. Yes, it is. But in some way, if you get into a high position and you really do have those values, because again, knowledge you can learn through a book. Values you could never learn through a book. It is years of experience and people teaching you what is right and to remember to never step on anyone at any time. Again, I am here because I know I can be. And if I will be, I will make sure that I live up to what I say. Whatever promises that I left for the people, it's not just promises for elections. For the first time, could possibly and will be, again, promises that are already planning. May plano na mga pangako. May mga proseso na madadaling gagawin dahil nga magkakasama na kami lahat. How could they say that I can? It's because I know that I'm just here to help again. As simple as my explanation is, that's really the reason why I'm here.
So, Arjo, can you say that you're the kind of person na once you've decided on something, on a principle, on your values, hindi ka madaling masway. Kunyari, napunta ka sa environment na medyo magulo, hindi ka nasa-sway. Parang that's what I see about you also in showbiz. Parang you have friends, but you're your own person all the time.
No one will believe what I say until I'm there. And I totally understand. But I will not fight corruption or
Yeah.
anything that has to do with stepping or taking out funds to the people. That's not my cup of tea. And no, I'm not easily influenced, especially when we're talking about majority.
Well, it's good to know because that's what often happens to the best of us. Some people
Yes.
do go to government, try to to try to make a difference, but then at the end of the day, they come out different. Sila yung nababago ng sistema. So we're counting on you, Arjo, na talagang mapanindigan mo yon when you get there. And by how you are talking to us today, we really do feel na sincere yung iyong pinanggagalingan, and it is quite refreshing, no? Na may mga tumatakbo na talagang galing ho sa puso nila, 'di ba? Ang kanilang intention to help, no? But to be sure naman, yung kalaban mo rin, they will probably fault you for running without any prior experience in legislation or social work for that matter. What can you tell them to correct their perception? Meron ka rin bang guide into your endeavor na pumasok sa gobyerno? Sinong tumutulong din sa'yo?
Oh yeah, our whole team, Dear Joy, my whole family. So everyone's helping out each other as well. And as I said, we're also talking about plans as early as now. No, it's not plans na pampakapal bulsa. it's legitimate plans, no? Even in developments that have to do with developments that have generating. We will be having job generating developments as well. No, and lahat po nito tatamaan. We're not here just to play games. We actually really, no, iaangat po ang kalidad ng kabuhayan sa distrito namin. That's our main goal. No? And I'm here to help with Mayor Joy Belmonte, Vice Mayor Gian Soto, and our 5 really respectable city council.
Now that you're there, you're campaigning, nag-house to house po si Arjo, kahit napakainit po, talagang he's doing everything possible to let people know in Quezon City's District 1 of his desire to really make a difference, no? Make a change sa kanilang pamumuhay. Ngayon na you're right there, Arjo, anong nararamdaman mo? Faith somehow through a movie and then through yung mga nakikita mo rin na experience mo really just put you onto this path. Anong nararamdaman mo? Unbelievable ba na si Arjo ngayon ay magiging isang politiko?
I've always wanted, since I was in grade school, I've always wanted to run for public office. But again, no, I just didn't know when, didn't know how. I'll tell you honestly, I didn't even know if it would happen. But I guess, only time could tell. And it just so happened that it happened. It wasn't my plan, but it really isn't even a plan for me to run for business. Again, don't mistake it. It just happened.
Yeah.
Because I was just really out helping, and I met Mayor Joy accidentally because Quezon City we just really needed help. We sent help, and that's where I met her. It wasn't like, hey, let's plan your running. No, it wasn't. It just happened, and I guess I'm here for a reason. That's the only way I could take it, and I'm not trying to play God or anything, but it just
What you can, diba?
just happened, boy. It's really unplanned. So, but if you're asking me if I have plans, I have plans for the district, but I mean, me running, I didn't know.
Not for yourself. That's my next question. Specifically, what are the problems that you've seen in your district, no, that motivated you even more nga?
Yeah, so obviously during pandemic, there was a lack of hospitals and isolation facilities po. Kulang ng sobra-sobra. So these are the plans in case I win. Una po is I will be putting up a hospital in the district, an additional hospital. And to help the isolation facilities, we will be upgrading and rehabilitating all barangay halls and allocating a certain area where it could be turned into an isolation facility just in case COVID spikes up again, and a clinic that could do the minor operations already, stitches or whatever it may be, that we could give to the constituents, no? And more feasible working area for everyone kasi nga nagbago na nga eh, no? Realidad is pandemic, so we have to adjust to change that is quite obviously not gonna go away anytime soon, no? So another addition to our healthcare system, we will be having a card system na po here, Ms. Tessa. So in the card system, let's talk about lang the benefits. So number one, anyone who has that card already can register in each and every barangay hall, because we will be putting up a dispensary, medical dispensary in those barangay halls as well, where number one, they could already get free multivitamins and vitamin C, no? Because it is considered that it is already a necessity, parang kanin, kasi palakas ang immune system for every day. And then second, we will be covering up maintenance of all the senior citizens as well as registered, and financial support, designated laboratories, and in case we don't have the medicines, they will be able to get a stub from us. We're already talking to designated pharmacies, so that in case we don't have the medicine that they have in their recetas, they could just go to designated pharmacies to get it. And second is education, how to help the education. We will boost the internet connection as well here in our district, no? Because even if there's face-to-face right now, majority still, again, of students are at home. So teachers still are at home. The principals are still at home. So this internet boosting would help us kasi nga, the internet laws,
the center of everything.
The signal itself is so weak. No, so again, we have to be realistic. We can't just be announcing that we have free, we're going to give free internet, but then when people try it, it's really not working. And with this project that we have with the internet, we will be targeting first po yung mga areas na walang signal. Yun nga po sa education, so as well as the Wi-Fi could help the education, obviously business opportunities for them, mga online selling as well. And obviously, we also got private sectors allowing work from home. So it only depends on the skill sets of the people or the person. No? And fourth, we also got the housing project, the high-rise housing project, condominium, that I thought I would have to start off. But nope, Mayor Joy started it already in one of our barangays, Barangay Balingasa here in District 1. And as promised, this is one of the projects that we promised the people, and we're already in the planning stage with sila mayor, and hopefully we could pull it off very, very soon, because a big percentage of District 1 is also depressed and in need of housing kasi nga nauuso ang sunog dito, and yun, we can't afford, no? Kasi nga may mga bata, they have so much children. During pandemic, madami po nabuntis, you have so much babies around, and all this spread of fire so fast here dahil nga po yung mga bahay nila ikaw ang kahoy, yero at onting semento, but really very minimal, so the fire spreads really fast, no? So we're trying to avoid that. As I said, yung housing project, another station that we're coming out with right now, due to all these demands of help that were given and asked from us, we also study it kasi Ms. Tessa, right now in District 1, the number one that they're asking for in our district is dialysis. Out of all, kasi obviously understandable po, that's a bit in the pocket, right? For diba, for
talagang they can't survive if they don't, and they're very expensive.
Exactly po. It's very hard on them, no? So you gotta dig a bit in your pocket for that, no? So ito nga po, we got in terms, no? So we're already fixing. We heard them. I told them, I'm listening to you guys. So we're gonna be able, when I am in position, we will give right away 2 to 3 stations of free dialysis in our district. And then one of the biggest problems also here in our district is West Riverside flood problem. No? It's a really long river that actually hits a lot of barangays, maybe about 7 out of 37, 5 to 7 po, no? And yung baha medyo malala eh. It's really actually bad, no? 5 minutes, malala na 10 minutes. Grabe na yung baha, 15 minutes, nagsiswimming na yung iba. Ganun level na yung ano po. So, the only way to fix that is rip-rap. So in all ways that I can, once I'm in position, I told them I will fix the problem. It's just putting a wall for the people. Ang baho na po talaga, I've been there. And then wala na po siyang standard safety from the river. The houses don't even have a standard safety anymore. And we got lolas, we got senior citizens that I was actually talking to, and I feel bad about it. And I told them that it's going to be, and will be, and it's already in the planning, and then it is part of a plan. It will be solved. So we're actually taking action and will take action to problems of majority first in the district.
Well, that really makes sense, di ba? Yun ang tulong na kailangan nila, yun ang tulong na ibigay right away, di ba? Rather than think up other programs. But, what I really find interesting in what you've said, when you met up with, the people who are in government already, ikaw may baon ka na project pala, di ba? I mean, you just didn't go into this without any plans, like you keep saying. Anong naging reaction nila, Mayor Joy Belmonte and all of your other mga colleagues ngayon na they're probably expecting just a pretty boy to come to them and join them, pero ikaw may dala kang mga ideas that they actually are working on already for housing, for health and all of that. How did they react to you? Gusto ko lang ding malaman.
Mayor Joy is very happy. Councilors are very happy. Vice, and of course, part of our team also is Bagong Henerasyon Party List, Congresswoman B.H. Herrera. So they're all happy because finally, I feel like I'm doing a project. It's a project legitimately for people, not keeping a single cent, but leaving each and every single cent to them. And it's fun. They find it fun. It's because obviously being the youngest, I should say, I also have new ideas, as I said, and believing in youth, believing in new ideas, just always be open-minded. And they are very open-minded to my ideas. They believe in my ideas. And, it lifts me up. It doesn't just lift me up na parang, oh, I'm a leader. No, it just it feels good to have your team believe in you out of not just respect, but they really just do believe in your capability. As I said, as early as now, we might be campaigning, but on the side, we're actually planning. Because when I sit down, I don't want to sit down. I want to move.
Yeah.
When I get in, if I do win.
Kung manalo ka nga, anong may expect naman ng mga fans ni Arjo Atayde na artista? Are you going to put it aside for the time being? Paano naman ngayon ang show business in case you win?
To tell you honestly, I have 2 projects but that aren't shown. Right? So, Hey Joe, the first movie that our first product, my production with my partners. And right now we're doing the Katlea Killer as well. So during campaign sa mga Feb, I was actually going shoot for a while and then I ghosted back to campaign. And actually we're about to be done on May, hopefully, no? And if I'm setting it aside, yes po, siguro for about 6 months because I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta help people, and I gotta mold in. I gotta know what I have, diba? I want to, kasi it's different. Experience teaches more. No? Even if you know about law, even if you know about everything, the experience is the best teacher. No? So again, for the first 6 months po or so, I will be focusing po on being a congressman if I win po.
Which is what should happen, diba? Parang I really appreciate the answers kasi in the past, of course, we've interviewed some other actors or actresses who've gone into showbiz and then, because it allows naman, their positions allow them to have another profession side by side. Parang, they're not as realistic as you are na meron talagang isang hindi magagawa right away. 'Di ba? May isang side na you can't have it all. And that you really need to focus on this new thing, especially since bago to, dun muna ang focus. But ang tanong ko lang, maybe last na lang, para lang fun naman. Kasi lang, I know you're when you get into something, you're really super, super serious. Of course, your parents, salt of the earth, they're always supportive sa lahat ng gustong gawa at i-achieve ng mga anak nila. That's already a given. So I'm sure when you came to them, they reacted positively to your plans. Paano naman si Maine? When you told her na talagang tatakbo ka, Anong naging reaction naman, of course, ni Maine?
Obviously, she has second thoughts naman po kasi it's magulo. But at the end, she's always so supportive, and sabi ko nga, I told nga my friends, even if she doesn't show up, just being there for me, my soundboard, my best friend, the person I get to talk to every day, that's the best support I could get from her. So what else support do I need?
We really hope that this new experience and this journey that you're going to begin, sana wag ka ma-disappoint sa mga makikita mo along the way dahil hindi siya madali, 'di ba? Hindi madali. Kung ang mga tao isa ka lang, and then everybody else are used to doing what they're doing, and to make a change there, it's not an easy thing to do. But nagawa mo si Benjo, na convince mo kami lahat, and ngayon parang nako-convince kami na meron ka talagang dadalhin dyan sa Kongreso at may change ka rin talaga na gustong mangyari lang for everybody. We appreciate that, and thank you for being so open to us here, open to talagang lahat ng nararamdaman mo, nasabi mo sa amin dito sa Manila Times. So maybe I can just ask you to directly talk to the voters of Quezon City District 1. Just a message for them before we end our interview.
Maraming salamat po sa mga taga-distrito sa pagbigay suporta, hindi lang sa akin, sa buong team, sa sobrang suporta na medyo surreal pa sa akin lahat ng bagay, hindi nagsisinkin dahil nga din sa pagod sa mga araw-araw, medyo lutang minsan, pero pasensya na po. We are trying to see everyone as much as we can, and as well as your support sa mga supportang ibinibigay nyo na hindi po namin nakikita. On behalf of Team Action Agad, maraming salamat po. Again, this is an opportunity. I hope we don't miss this opportunity of putting the rightful leaders in position. Kayo na po bahala. We are just asking for your support. Hopefully, kami po ang malagay, because ang hangat po namin ay totoong pagbabago. I know how hard it is, again, as I said, to believe when people say change is coming, because always and always people say it. But again, on behalf of Team Action Agad, I mean it. This change is coming. Aggressive change is coming. Ang pag-aangat ng kalidad ng kabuhayan sa mga tao sa Distrito 1. Ang hangat namin, we won't just give out ayuda. We want to teach everyone how to fish, and learn and grow economically, bilang tao, hindi lang economically, but as people, as a family. And yun lang po. Maraming salamat po.
Mabuhay ka, and we will be here. Talaga namang we have a feeling, if you do get there, you'll be one of those actors that showbiz will be proud to have in government. So keep going, and we wish you luck sana after the elections, whatever may happen. We'd like to invite you back just so you can talk to us more about,
of course. Thank you.
Yes. Anyway, maraming salamat po, Arjo Atayde, running for Congress in the 1st District of Quezon City. Nakilala at nakilatis natin si Arjo Atayde, who is hoping to bring change to the 1st District of Quezon City. Ang personalidad niya at plataforma pa. Empowered by this episode of Lights, Camera, Boto, the choice is yours to make, mga ka-voters. In the meantime, please make sure to get a copy of the Sunday Times magazine today to find out more about this determined celebrity who is sacrificing both his career and blossoming personal life and his desire to right what is wrong in society. Allow me to thank my Lights, Camera, Boto team, led by our director and video editor, Neil Reyes, my girls Christina and Isa, and LCB project manager, Shirley Pizarro, for their continued hard work. All that we do is for you, mga ka-voters. This is Tessa Mauricio Ariola, and see you next Sunday for the Manila Times Lights, Camera, Boto, the Chat Show edition, where entertainment leads to empowerment. Hi mga ka-voters! If you haven't yet, do subscribe to the Manila Times YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Manila Times and at TMT CSI. You may also log on to www.manilatimes.net to watch Lights, Camera, Boto.